Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Worst Brute Shorts. This is an informative video here because one of the issues that is important to me is censorship. We've all dealt with that shit on Facebook. We used to deal with it on Twitter until Elon bought it and changed things. But Facebook is really, really bad for it. Instagram gets bad for it, to where if you don't have an opinion that they agree with, if you don't follow the mainstream narrative, they just put you in Facebook jail, they ban your account, they kick you off the platform. That happened to President Trump, and I remember thinking when Trump got kicked off of Twitter, how insane that was, that the sitting president got kicked off of Twitter. Like, the balls of these people to kick the president of the United States off of a social media platform. And I just wanted to show this video. I came across it to show that Kamala Harris, when she was a senator, was the leading voice in that fight. She actually wrote letters to the heads of Twitter calling for Trump to be kicked off the platform. So she used her power as a senator, abused her power, really, as a senator, to try to get the sitting president kicked off of Twitter and get his free speech rights taken away. And I want to play this video for you so that you can see for yourself.
The president's tweets and his behaviors about this are just further evidence of the fact that he uses his power in a way that is designed to beat people down instead of lift people up. Frankly, when you look at what he's been tweeting today, directed at the whistleblower, directed at so many people, I frankly think that based on this and all we've seen him do before, including attacking members of Congress, that his Twitter account should be suspended.
His Twitter account should be suspended.
I think there is plenty of now evidence to suggest that he is irresponsible with his words in a way that could result in harm to other people. And so the privilege of using those words in that way should probably be taken from him.
But doesn't that, play into certainly the hands of, his, I don't know how many Twitter followers he has. I think it's in the range of 60 million who say, well, look, okay, now the rich folks in Silicon Valley are just trying to silence me and taking me off Twitter.
I'm sure that will be said, but we have to also agree that when the President of the United States speaks, her words are very powerful and should be used in a way that is not about belittling, much less harming anyone. And this president has, I think, never fully appreciated that responsibility.
I'm going to stop here for just a second again. Notice what she's saying here. That the President of the United States' words have power and they hold responsibility and it shouldn't be used in this way, shouldn't be used in that way. They are literally admitting right here that they're trying to control what you say and what you think. And that if you don't say or think what they want you to, what they deem acceptable, that your right to free speech should be taken away. I mean, Kamala Harris is saying it right here for everybody to hear.
And so what we see continuously, including in the last 24 hours, is a use of his words, Donald Trump using his words, in a way that could subject someone to harm. And if he's not going to exercise self-restraint, then perhaps there should be other mechanisms in place to make sure that his words do not, in fact, harm anyone. And that's my point.
If he's not going to exercise restraint, in other words, if he's not going to listen to us and do what we say he has to do and say what we say he has to say, then there should be mechanisms in place. There should be something in place to take away your free speech if you don't say what they want you to say. That's exactly what Kamala Harris is saying. That's exactly what the Democrats are saying. Either agree with us or we're going to take away your right to speak.
What we want to make sure is that his words do not actually result in harm to anyone.
So that's the video. To me, it seems very, very clear, very obvious. There's multiple interviews where she talks about this. And in one interview that I saw the other day, when I was looking back through this, she literally said that she wrote letters to the head of Twitter at the time, Jack Dorsey, saying, as a United States Senator, saying that he needed to kick Trump off because of what Trump was saying. Because in her eyes, it was irresponsible and that it might influence somebody to do something. So he should not be allowed to speak to the public on Twitter. And this is dangerous, dangerous stuff. But this is communism. This is what they do. They take away your rights. They take away your right to free speech so that you can't dissent. You can't call the government out on their bullshit, because if you do, there's a price to pay. Right now, the price is getting your voice silenced on social media, taking away your First Amendment right to free speech. It always progresses down a road of you get thrown in jail. That's what they're doing right now in England. If you make a post in England on social media that goes against the government that they don't agree with, they come and arrest you and lock your ass up now. This is dangerous shit. You guys have got to vote against this. This is one of the most important issues, believe it or not, next to voter integrity. Because if you don't have the right to peacefully speak out against your government, if you don't have the right to say opinions that people don't agree with, one, you're not free, and two, you have absolutely no say or input into your government, a government that's supposed to be serving the people. But it's not anymore. It's enslaving the people. As always, it's up to you to make up your own mind, and I'll catch you on the next one. Till I speak to you again, love many, trust few, and do harm to none. God loves you, and so do I. Bye-bye.